PETA's back in the news, rolling out an edgy ad campaign, this time plastered on city buses. Look closely at the back of the bus. It looks tilted, right? Well, that's all an illusion, and that man you see in the rear window is not real either. PETA's message? People are throwing their health under the bus if they eat meat, dairy, or seafood. But critics say not so fast. Does going vegan mean getting skinny?
Oh, interesting.
That's kind of mean.
Cool. To me, you're basically saying that it's still socially acceptable to show prejudice towards obese people because, I mean, clearly that is a condescending situation. And yes, that was a fictional person there. But imagine how you're going to feel. You pull up behind that bus and maybe you know you're a little bit overweight. Whether you're vegan or not, you're going to feel maligned.
Yeah,
you're going to feel maligned.
And it's interesting because I would be obese if it weren't for protein and meat.
Yes, as
you know,
would I.
Honestly, whenever I try to go on a diet that doesn't have any protein helps suppress my appetite.
Animal protein, you mean?
Fat, yes, but specifically animal protein. So, I mean, for me, it just wouldn't be a good option because I wouldn't even look like myself if I
And there are
gave
plenty
up
of people who do eat vegan who get plenty of protein. You know, there are other people who say, okay, paleo's the only way. But we did want to welcome Lee, and he's from PETA, to the show to further explain the idea behind this campaign. Liam, welcome to the show, my friend.
Welcome, Liam. How can an organization that's so protective of animals be so cruel to people?
Oh, God, no, that's not our intention, is to be cruel to people. But in that case, it only makes sense that we would target the meat industry, which, of course, is the cruelest on the planet. And this is a great way to do it, because we can't ignore the facts. Obesity rates in this country, it's no secret, are through the roof. And studies show that vegans are 18% thinner than people who are eating those meat, eggs, and dairy products. And so there is no silver bullet. You know, we're not trying to say that there is, but going vegan might be the closest thing to it, because right away you're cutting out the cholesterol-laden foods, you're cutting out a lot of that fat.
But Liam, actually pull back from that, because I don't, your all's mission, I don't disagree with it at all, but to say things like people who eat eggs and dairy actually, certain foods like yogurt are actually associated with weight loss, and so you can't just say that universally. And
absolutely, and I don't mean to say that there's like a magic potion or anything like that. Like, even eating vegan, you need to get all the nutrients you need to make sure it's a balanced diet, but you are excluding all those cholesterol-laden foods.
But why not look at it from the perspective of, you know, Jen, you're taking a nutrition, you take nutrition science classes all the time.
Right.
And if you look at it purely from a nutrition perspective, you can't necessarily say, okay, you're healthier if you eat vegan. And so to do that, to imply that, I think in some ways feels like, to me, it undermines what we try to do, which is teach.
Yeah, because actually studies show when they compared a health-conscious vegan and a health-conscious person who eats meat, that really, in terms of mortality, it's exactly the same. They were both very healthy.
And it oversimplifies, I think, because you can be vegan and be obese.
Yeah.
And this could be lumped under the category of shock value. Okay, it is, in my opinion, fat shaming. And there are some medical and nutritional gaps to the approach here, because if you have a vegan who's slim and smokes, you can't tell me that person is going to be healthier than the person who eats animal protein. But when they've done studies actually about the approach to dealing with obesity, they've actually found that those negative psychological approaches, the fat shaming, actually not only are they not effective, those people gained weight when you compared it to people who are encouraged for positive reasons.
I do not think it is fat shaming, because we're not promoting a certain body type. We're not promoting that you need to look like a Barbie doll or look like Ken. We're just saying that people need to take control of their health. Now, if someone who looked like the fictional man in the back of the bus came into one of your offices, I don't think any of you would say, you're good to go, sir. I think you would say, hey, maybe it's time to reevaluate what you're eating.
But we wouldn't take a picture of him and put him up to it.
Well, and this man is obviously a fictional person, so that's... What we're saying is that a vegan diet can really help in not only improving your health, but also improving your relationship with how you eat. I know for me, my energy's up, my health is up, my waistline is down, and my relationship with food has actually dramatically increased, because I'm thinking about eating for living and not living for eating.
And the beauty of that, Liam, and we always say this on the show, is that you have found a way that works for you. And of course, part of your mission also is you want to end animal cruelty. I think that everyone on this panel would agree with that mission. But having said that, it's never as simple as it first seems. Hey, I'm Dr. Travis Stork. Press here to subscribe to the doctor's YouTube channel, and press here to help reduce tension.